I always wanted to be the cowboy hero, that lone voice in the wilderness, fighting corruption and evil wherever I found it, and standing for freedom, truth, and justice.
Good evening, brothers and sisters, friends and neighbors, vibrations in the mind of the one true God, whose name is love.
Bill, Mr. Dressed in Black, say fuck every other word out of your mouth. Cynical humanist you.
For all the talk about Bill being like Hendrix or Dylan or Jim Morrison or Lenny Bruce, it was Jesus Bill wanted to be. He wanted to save us all. But Bill got freeze-framed in the scene where Jesus went through the temple and said, "This is my Father's house and you've turned it into a den of thieves." Because that's what Bill always wanted to do. He wanted to be Christ at his angriest.
Free yourself, folks. If you see a piece of shit, say it and walk away. You're right. You're right. Not those fuckers who want to tell you how to think. You're fucking right. Sorry, wrong meeting. Again. I keep getting my days mixed up. Tomorrow it's the meeting at the docks. Tonight it's comedy entertainment with young Bill.
See, I just don't agree with everything I hear just because I hear it over the TV. Sometimes I gotta ask myself what I feel about things. That way I can get a closer reading of what's true.
All I'm trying to do, folks, is rid the world of all these fevered egos that are tainting our collective unconscious and making us pay a higher psychic price than we can fucking imagine.
Someone made a comment at the club going, "We don't come to comedy to think." Gee, where do you go to think? I'll meet you there. We don't have to do this here.
Isn't there a sort of halfway between?
But my way is halfway between. I mean, this is a nightclub, and these are adults. And what do you expect? What you're going to see on TV? No, this isn't TV live. I try to talk to the audience the same way I talk to my friends, to take away the artifice of show business and actually have a feeling of a conversation going on. If some of the audience gets offended, then they're saying to me, "I don't want to be your friend." And that's
So you don't so much give them what they want, you give them what you want.
Sure. You know why? Because I honestly believe that we're all the same. And I think to go, well, I'll give them what they want is very condescending. And I don't try to condescend people, you know? And that's why I treat them like my friends. And I guess that's a shocking way to behave in this world for some people.
It's admirable, actually.
For some people. But I don't sit there and go, well, you are all a bunch of idiots, so I will do things I don't believe in to amuse you.
But they want to be entertained, don't they?
Well,
I mean, they want to
when
laugh.
did thinking not become entertaining?
They don't want to think.
They don't want to think. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to go out and tickle them individually? We have to express an idea here.
Well, this is why we want to put something on TV that does question these, where one draws the line. What is
There are no
acceptable
lines.
and what...
There are no lines. I say erase all the lines.
Yes, but that's what our program is all about.
Well, it's all very well to say that, but it's not the,
it's where you can draw the line.
Can I recommend some jugglers that you might like?
I took philosophy, and what you get in philosophy is a bunch of jocks trying to make up credits. They're not there to learn. I had an Eastern philosophy class, and the first day the instructor walked out and goes, "God is consciousness, and we are all God trying to realize our full potential." Wow, heavy duty class, man. This guy in the back row goes, "Yeah, we're gonna need to know that." Is that gonna be on the quiz?
I got a bad attitude, man. I don't have a bad attitude. I got a great attitude. I just got a classic face that I don't know what's wrong with my face, but people I don't even know walk up to me out of the blue and go, "What's wrong?" Nothing. Well, it takes more energy to frown than it does to smile. Yeah, it takes more energy to point that out than it does to leave me alone. Yeah, really. So why don't you get out of my face and watch me fucking really start smiling. I hate you.
It's a very depressing year, I found, in the States, All year long, I had that flag hoopla, right? I mean, I personally do not believe in burning the flag. It's a personal belief, but I'll tell you something. I think people are overreacting. Oh, just a little bit. The flag! The flag! We can burn the flag! They didn't say that. They said if a guy burns the flag, he perhaps doesn't need to go to jail for a fucking year. Pretty harsh on their part, isn't it? People going, hey, buddy, let me tell you something. My daddy died for that flag. Really? I bought mine. You know, they sell them at Kmart and shit. Yeah, $3. He died in the Korean War for that flag. What a coincidence. Mine was made in Korea. Didn't die for a fucking flag. It's a piece of cloth. He died for what the flag represents, which is the freedom to burn the fucking flag. And as my friend Jimmy Pineapple would say, case fucking closed. You know what I'm getting real sick of is them talking about the deficit. We got to tighten our belts, pay that deficit. You know, we, your government, misspent your hard-earned tax money, so you're going to have to tighten your belt. You know what would make it a lot easier to tighten my fucking belt? Is we tighten it around one of those cocksuckers' neck every week on TV. I would eat bologna for a week if I could see Jesse Helms' cracker ass hanging by his fucking colostomy bag cord. You know, this bologna ain't that bad. I was over in England. Who here's been to England could verify something for me? No one has handguns in England, not even the cops. True. Now, in England last year, they had 14 deaths from handguns. 14. Probably American tourists. Call this a sandwich? I don't want any more fucking French fries. They're called chips. We eat them. The food sucks. Case closed. Okay. You don't boil pizza. Sorry. Another plaid mass murder up in Big Ben. 14 deaths from handguns. Now, in the United States, and I think you know how we feel about handguns, I'm getting a warm, tingly feeling just saying the word. 23,000 deaths from handguns last year. Let's go through those numbers again because they're a little baffling at first glance. England, where no one has a gun, 14 deaths. United States, and I think you know how we feel about guns. I'm getting a stiffy. 23,000 deaths from handguns. But there's no connection there. You'd be a fool and a communist to make one. There's no connection between having a gun and shooting someone with it and not having a gun and not shooting someone. Some of you probably are trying to make a connection out there. There is none. It's futile. Cut it out.
You know my problem? I watch too much news. I don't know if you've ever sat and watched CNN longer than, say, 20 hours in one day. I've got to cut that out. You ever watch CNN headline news for any length of time? It's the most depressing fucking thing you will ever do. War, famine, death, AIDS, homeless, recession, depression, war, famine, death, AIDS. Then you look out your window, it's just... Where is all this shit happening, man? First of all, this needs to be said. There never was a war. How can you say that, Bill? Well, a war is when two armies are fighting. So you see, right there, I think. People said, Bill, Iraq had the 4th largest army in the world. Yeah, well, maybe, but you know what? After the first 3 largest armies, there's a real big fucking drop-off, okay? The Hare Krishnas are the 5th largest army in the world. And they've already got our airports. So, and everyone got excited about the technology. And I guess it was pretty incredible watching a missile fly down an air vent. Pretty unbelievable. But couldn't we feasibly use that same technology to shoot food at hungry people? You know what I mean? Fly over Ethiopia. There's a guy that needs a banana.
sick of arming the world and then sending troops over to destroy the fucking arms. You know what I mean? We keep arming these little countries, then we go and blow the shit out of them. We're like the bullies of the world, you know? We're like Jack Palance in the movie Shane, throwing the pistol at the sheep herder's feet. Pick it up. I don't want to pick it up, mister. You'll shoot me. Pick up the gun. Mister, I don't want no trouble, huh? I just came downtown here to get some Hard Rock candy for my kids, some gingham for my wife. I don't even know what gingham is, but she goes through about 10 rolls a week of that stuff. I ain't looking for no trouble, mister. Pick up the gun. You all saw him. He had a gun. Most evil concept. I like pole. I'm sick of the pole. Cut the fucking poles out. Just quit it. It's old, it's tired, it ain't funny. Let it go. Poles. You know, first of all, they get the answers they want by how they ask the questions. You know what I mean? Like during the Persian Gulf War, you hear stuff like, do you think George Bush, a good Christian white man, should send troops to Iraq to stem the brown Islamic tide from coming over here and fucking your daughter?
Speaking of Satan, I was watching Rush Limbaugh the other day. It's a very scary world we're living in, folks. My dad is into him, of course. My dad's unbelievable. I go through the den the other day. My dad goes, Bill, Rush is on. And I go, the Rush is on, Dad. Bye-bye. And he goes, why don't you just listen to the man? I said, Dad, you know, I've listened to this before. It was in 1972, and it was a show called All in the Family, and the character was Archie Bunker. I've heard it. Unfortunately, there's no meathead playing counterpart with this fucking idiot. Dad, I've heard it. It's called Archie Bunker, who was another fat, white, fear-mongering, conservative, stupid, white male, ego talking. I've heard it. Rush has nothing to offer me. But anyway, I'm listening to talk radio shows these days, and everyone, you know what Rush said about NAFTA? You know Rush is talking about NAFTA? I heard Rush the other day say about NAFTA. What are y'all looking for, a new dad? Grow the fuck up. Take responsibility for your fucking lives. What do you think about NAFTA, man? I'll tell you what I think. The cocksucking elite who own and run everything in this fucking country are selling it out from under us tomorrow. There ain't no battle over fucking NAFTA. That's a fucking charade. Like our elections are a fucking charade. And tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, they're selling your fucking life out from under you. Don't you ever fucking forget it either. There's dick jokes coming up. Please relax.
Kennedy. I love talking about the Kennedy assassination because to me it's a great example of a totalitarian government's ability to, you know, manage information and thus keep us in the dark any way they do. Oh, sorry, wrong meeting. Shit. That's the meeting we're having tomorrow at the docks. I love talking about the Warren Commission. I love talking about the Kennedy assassination as well. The reason I do is because I'm fascinated by it. I'm fascinated that our government could lie to us so blatantly, so obviously, for so long, and we do absolutely nothing about it. I think that's interesting in what is ostensibly a democracy. Sarcasm. Come on in. Back and to the left. Back and to the left. Back and to the left. Which, by the way, that action you see Kennedy's head do in the Zapruder film, caused by a bullet coming from up there. Yeah. I know it looks to the layman or someone who might dabble in physics. This action here would have been caused by a bullet coming from, well, up here. Did you see that? Did everyone see that? Yeah, but no. What happened was Oswald's gun went off, causing an echo to echo through the buildings of Dealey Plaza. And the echo went by the limo on the left, up into the grassy knoll, hitting some leaves, causing dust to fly out, which 56 witnesses testified was a gunshot, because immediately Kennedy's head went over. But the reason his head went over is because the echo went by the motorcade on the left, and he went, "What was that?" So there. We have figured it out. Go back to bed, America. Your government has figured out how it all transpired. Go back to bed, America. Your government is in control again. Here's American Gladiators. Watch this. Shut up. Go back to bed, America. Here is American Gladiators. Here is 56 channels of it. Watch these pituitary retards bang their fucking skulls together and congratulate you on living in the land of freedom. Here you go, America. You are free to do as we tell you. You are free to do as we tell you. Oh, good. Honey, I heard on the news that they figured out that the gun, what happened is that there's an echo and that Kennedy was asking Jackie what it was, and that's why his head flew up. Honey, what time's Gladiators on? Are we missing it?
Folks, it's time to evolve, man. That's why we're troubled, because you know why our institutions are failing us? The church, the state, everything's failing. It's because they're no longer relevant. They're not relevant anymore. We're supposed to keep evolving. You know, evolution didn't end with us growing opposable thumbs. Did you know that? There's another 90% of our brains that we have to illuminate.
Because I have news for you. I live in the States, a very puritanical place, full of superstition and ancient religions that no longer serve their function on this planet because they're based on fear instead of love. You know, I don't know what y'all believe, and I don't really care. But you have to admit, beliefs are odd.
A lot of Christians wear crosses around their necks. You think when Jesus comes back, he's going to want to see a fucking cross, man? Ow. It's kind of like going up to Jackie Onassis with a rifle pendant on, you know?
Hey, Jackie, just thinking of John. We loved him. We loved him. I did that joke in Alabama. These three rednecks met me after the show. Hey, buddy, come here. Hey, Mr. Comedian, come here. Yeah, I love that move. Come here. Not a physics major. I think that's a safe bet. Mr. Funny Man, come here. Hey, buddy, we're Christians. We don't like what you said. I said, then forgive me.
They believe the Bible is the exact word of God. Then they change the Bible. Pretty presumptuous. I'll think what God meant to say.
Fundamentalist Christians, there's something to deal with, folks. You know, my dad's one. It's fucking frightening. My dad, I believe the Bible's literal word of God. I go, no, it's not then. It's just not. Yeah, well, I believe it is. Well, you know, some people believe they're Napoleon. That's fine. Beliefs are neat. Cherish them, but don't share them like they're the truth. See, I have taken my body weight in mushrooms. My third eye has been squeegeed. If it was the exact word of God, you ready? It'd be real clear and easy to understand. God's got a way with words, being the creator of language and all. Okay. You have 50 different sects of Christianity. You know, you can't even agree on it amongst themselves. But my dad just, I believe it's the literal word of God. And I go, it's not. I can prove it to you. Give me your Bible. He goes and gets his Bible. Okay. I go, well, what's it say on the front? Holy Bible. What else does it say? King James's Version. All these preachers, man, want to get back to the good old days. That's their theme now. Let's get back to the good old days. Let's get back. to the good old days. All right. Just when were the good old days, man? When were they? I have an idea when the good old days were for these preachers. The good old days were when people were so confused. When people were so lost. When people were so ignorant. They'd follow anybody just because they had a strange speaking pattern.
Sorry if anyone here is Catholic. I'm not sorry if you're offended. I'm actually sorry just the fact that one of the most ludicrous fucking beliefs ever. Like these vampire priests sink their twin fangs of guilt and sin into you as a child and suck your joy of life out of you the rest of your fucking existence.
I was over in Australia during Easter, which was real interesting to note. They celebrate Easter the exact same way we do, commemorating the death and resurrection of Jesus by telling our children a giant bunny rabbit left chocolate eggs in the night. Now, I wonder why we're fucked up as a race. Anybody got any? You know, I've read the Bible. I can't find the word bunny or chocolate anywhere in the fucking book. Where do you come up with this shit? Why not goldfish left Lincoln Logs in your sock drawer, you know? As long as you're making shit up, go hog wild. At least a goldfish with a Lincoln Log on its back going across your carpet has some miraculous connotation. Mommy, today I woke up and found a Lincoln Log in my sock drawer. That's the story of Jesus.
The devil. That still exists, that concept? Does it really exist still? The devil? A devil really exists? Does it really, y'all? Well, tell me something. What could oppose God's will? Nothing, could it? This is a delightful little realization. Nothing could oppose God's will! Nothing! What about my will? No! Okay.
Drink up, have fun. There is no death. Drink up, have fun, don't suffer, don't feel guilty. Drink up, have fun, don't feel guilty, don't suffer. There is no death. God loves you no matter what you do. You are the perfect and holy child of God. And as my friend Jimmy Pineapple would say, case fucking closed. Relax, it is only an illusion. I am not from this planet. I come here as a brother under the one true God whose name is love. I don't care what else you call him. Krishna, Buddha, Jesus, Mohammed. It's love. Case fucking closed. You can get into any philosophical discussion you want. It's love, and love has no boundaries. Okay? And it is all-encompassing. And what is all-encompassing can have no opposite. Okay. All you need is love. Sorry. John Lennon flashback. Okay, so that's how much the message of love means to us, doesn't it? Imagine there's no heaven. You imagine it, you fucking limey. Confucius used to say, what is the sound of one hand clapping? And he said it as an enigmatic way to say there would be no sound. But you know what I say to that? Fuck Confucius. Let's move on. It's time for a new philosophy, folks. One based on, yes, the principles of Jesus, which were love your brother as yourself, because you know what? He is yourself. Literally. We are literally all one. Okay. The body is an illusion, you see, because God doesn't create things that can be destroyed. Because he's God. Dig it? We have miscreated this world. It's a dream. What's that old song? Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 merrily. Life, but a dream. See, we knew it as children. We forgot it since. It's just a strange world. I don't know what we choose. Why we choose the things we do as a collective. You ever wonder that? You know what I mean? The fact that we live in a world where John Lennon was murdered, yet Milli Vanilli walks the fucking planet, you know? Bad choice. The fact that we live in a world where John Lennon was murdered, yet Barry Manilow continues to put out albums. Oh, yeah. Woo. What the fuck was our collective unconscious thinking on that day? John Lennon, peace, love, understanding. Screw that guy. Let's keep that guy. At the Copa.
Copacabana. Man, if you're gonna kill somebody, have some fucking taste. I'll drive you to Kenny Rogers' house. Get in the car, I know where Wham lives. You gotta have faith. Dun, dun. No, George, you gotta have talent, dude. New rule. Have you seen this guy? He's hawking Diet Cokes now. Have you seen that commercial? Woo, Diet Cokes. I'm George Michael. Woo, I'm a rock star. What kind of Reagan wet dream is this fucking world, man? These are our rock stars, yeah? Hawking Diet Cokes.
Let me tell you something right now, and you can print this in stone, and don't you ever forget it. Any performer that ever sells a product on television is for now and all eternity removed from the artistic world. I don't care if you shit Mona Lisas out of your ass on cue. You've made your fucking choice.
Everybody's hawking products, though. That's the highest thing you can achieve in our culture, isn't it? Become some barker. Sinatra sells beer. He doesn't have enough fucking money, you know? Nothing's sacred. I'm waiting to see. It's Jesus for Miller. I was crucified, dead for 3 days, resurrected. I've waited 2,000 years to return to earth. It's Miller time. But I remember a time when music had soul, and music had conscience, and music had balls. Do you recall that at all, or am I romanticizing the past? Excuse me? For the whole people here.
Yes, I do.
Yes, he does. Jimi Hendrix? Yeah! Any question about that guy? Yeah. Stand by the mountain, chop it down with the edge of my hand. This guy had a dick. I don't think I'm romanticizing the past because I got the fucking albums to prove it. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Am I overly sensitive? I mean, the fact that after 8 years of Ronald Reagan, we live on like the 3rd mall from the sun, that doesn't piss anybody off anymore. Debbie Gibson had the #1 album in this country. This doesn't make your blood fucking curdle. I mean, is it me? Am I overreacting? Who is buying this shit? Is there that much babysitting money being passed around right now? And these other musicians today who don't do drugs and in fact speak out against them, boy do they suck. What a coincidence. Ballless, soulless, spiritless, corporate little bitches, suckers of Satan's cock, each and every one of them. We're rock stars against drugs because that's what the president wants. Oh, suck Satan's cock. That's what we want, isn't it? Government-approved rock and roll. Woo, we're partying now. We're rock stars who do Pepsi Cola commercials. Suck Satan's cock. Rick Astley, have you seen this banal incubus at work? Boy, if this guy's not heralding Satan's imminent approach to earth, huh? Don't ever want to make you cry, never want to make you sigh, never want to break your heart. I wouldn't worry about that without a dick, buddy. Don't ever want to make you cry. Vote for George Bush, live in a mall. White people forever, come on. We need more missiles, the Russians are coming. I know we've said that before, but this time it's true. Excuse me while I kiss the fucking sky. I got an idea. It's time to make a bold admission, all right? Because for the last 10 years, we've seen the rise of conservatives and fundamentalists and other forms of fascist, okay? Who try and tell us what to believe and what to think. I got a bold admission if you're one of those people. You ready for it? They say rock and roll's the devil's music. Well, let's say that we know for a fact rock and roll is the devil's music, and we know that it is for sure, okay? At least he fucking jams. If it's a choice between eternal hell and good tunes or eternal heaven and new kids on the fucking block,
I'm going to be surfing on the lake of fire, rocking out.
Oh, come on, Bill. They're the new kids. Don't pick on them. They're so good. They're so clean cut, and they're such a good image for the children. Fuck that. When did mediocrity and banality become a good image for your children? I want my children to listen to people who fucking rocked. I don't care if they died in puddles of their own vomit. I want someone who plays from his fucking heart. Mommy, the man Bill told me to listen to has a blood bubble on his nose. Shut up and listen to him play! The new kids. We're the new kids, and we're so good and clean cut. We're so clean cut. A good clean country. Fuck that! I want my rock stars dead! I want them to fucking play with one hand and put a gun in their other fucking head and go, I hope you enjoyed the show! Yes! Yes! Play from your fucking heart! I am available for children's parties, by the way.
By the way, if anyone here is in advertising or marketing, kill yourself. Thank you. Thanks. Just a little thought. I'm just trying to plant seeds. And maybe one day they'll take root. I don't know. You try. You do what you can. Kill yourselves. Seriously, though, if you are, do. No, really. There's no rationalization for what you do, and you are Satan's little helpers, okay? Kill yourself. Seriously. You're the ruiner of all things good. Seriously. No, this is not a joke. He's going to be a joke coming. There's no fucking joke coming. You are Satan's spawn, filling the world with bile and garbage. You are fucked, and you are fucking us. Kill yourself. It's the only way to save your fucking soul. Kill yourself. Plant seeds. I know all the marketing people are going, he's doing a joke. There's no joke here whatsoever. Suck a tailpipe, fucking hang yourself, borrow a gun from a yank friend. I don't care how you do it. Rid the world of your evil fucking machinations. Whatever, you know what I mean. I know what all the marketing people are thinking right now, too. Oh, you know what Bill's doing? He's going for that anti-marketing dollar. That's a good market. He's very smart. Oh, man, I am not doing that. You fucking evil scumbags. Oh, you know what Bill's doing now? He's going for the righteous indignation dollar. That's a big dollar. A lot of people are feeling that indignation. We've done research. Huge market. He's doing a good thing. God damn it, I'm not doing that, you scumbags. Quit putting a goddamn dollar sign on every fucking thing on this planet. Ooh, the anger dollar. Huge. Huge in times of recession. Giant market. Bill's very bright to do that. God, I'm just caught in a fucking web. Ooh, the trapped dollar. Big dollar. Huge dollar. Good market. Look at our research. We see that many people feel trapped. If we play to them and separate them into the trapped dollar, how do you live like that? I bet you sleep like fucking babies at night, don't you? What'd you do tonight, honey? Oh, we made arsenic childhood food now. Good night. Yeah, we just said, is your baby really too loud? I had a great idea for the movies. No one wants to fucking hear it. I don't know why. I was watching Terminator 2, and I'm thinking to myself, these are the most amazing stunts I've ever seen. $100 million it cost to make this film. How are they ever going to top these stunts in a movie again? There's no way. Unless they start using terminally ill people. Hear me out. As stuntmen in pictures. Okay, not the most popular idea ever. I think I prefaced it with that. What? Some of you probably think that's cruel, don't you?
Oh, that's cruel. Terminally ill stump people. Ew. How cruel.
You know what I think cruel is? Leaving your loved ones to die in some sterile hospital room surrounded by strangers. Fuck that. Put them in the movies. What? You want your grandmother dying like a little bird in some hospital room? Her translucent skin so thin you can see her last heartbeat work its way down her blue vein? Or do you want her to meet Chuck Norris? Here's a weird story. Now, get this, man. This is a few years ago, but it still holds a great deal of fascination to me. Ted Bundy on trial in Florida. You know Theodore Bundy, the happy-go-lucky Theodore. On trial in Florida, and I read an article in the paper that says the courtroom was filled with women trying to meet Ted Bundy and give him love letters and wedding proposals. Now, I'm sorry to say the first thing that crossed my mind upon reading this article was, and I'm not getting laid. What am I doing wrong? Read another article. A woman is suing the state of Wisconsin. Why would anyone sue the state of Wisconsin? Well, she married a fella on death row. Why is this fella on death row? Well, killed 8 women. She married him. He has AIDS. Let's up the story's ante, shall we? Let's up the ante of the story. Mass murder, death row, AIDS. She married him and suing the state of Wisconsin for conjugal visiting rights. She wants to fuck this guy. I'm sorry to say the first thing that crossed my mind upon reading that was, and I'm not getting laid. I'm living in New York City now, and I was comforted to find out when I came to LA you have fucking bums everywhere too. Great. It's frightening, these guys everywhere. You know, I'm no bleeding heart, but when you're walking down the streets of America and you're stepping over a guy on the sidewalk who, I don't know, might be dead, does it ever occur to you to think to yourself, wow, maybe our system doesn't work? Does that question ever bubble up out of you, or is it, am I wearing my heart on my sleeve? Man, I feel really sorry for these guys. Anybody could be a bum. I could have been a bum, you know. All it takes is the right girl, the right bar, and the right friends, and you're well on your way. But we gotta have an enemy. Rock, drugs, we're so miserable. What's the enemy? Got it. Pornography. That's it. Yeah, tremor through the room. Problem with pornography basically is this. No one knows what it is. Other than that, we got a real good grasp on the situation. We know it's bad, we just can't figure out what the fuck it is. Supreme Court says pornography is any act that has no artistic merit and causes sexual thoughts. That's their definition. No artistic merit causes sexual thoughts. Sounds like almost every commercial on TV to me. You know, when I see those 2 twins on that Double Mint commercial, I'm almost embarrassed to tell you this. I ain't thinking about gum. Here's a commercial they'd like to do. If they could, they'd do it. Here is the ultimate television commercial, and we might see it one day yet. Here's the woman's face. Beautiful. Camera pulls back, naked breast. Camera pulls back, she's totally naked. Legs apart, 2 fingers right here. And it just says, drink Coke. Snickers. Dr. Pepper. No, I don't know the connection. Yes, I'm buying these fucking products.
But you see, once again, the voice was not heard. My voice was not heard. The questions were not asked that I wanted to see asked. And once again, the issue just went berserk. Pornography causes sexual thoughts.
What does that say about us, man? Causes sexual thoughts as a subject of fear.
No one asked these 4 questions. Yeah, and so what? When did sex become a bad thing? Did I miss a meeting? Bill, we had a big vote. Fucking's out. You were asleep. Can I still vote? Playboy, pornography causes sexual thought. Penthouse, pornography causes sexual thought. Madonna videos, pornography causes sexual thoughts. You know what causes sexual thoughts? I'm going to clear the air for you tonight. I'm going to end this debate, hopefully once and for all, while on this planet, because outer space awaits our presence. We are better and more unique creatures than this, and all eternity is our playground. So let me go ahead and clear this one issue up once and for all, and let's move on to real issues. Can we? Great.
You know what causes sexual thoughts? When it's all said and done, let's cut to the chase. I'm tired of the debate, okay? I'll clear it up for you right fucking now.
Here's what causes sexual thoughts. You ready? Drum roll. Having a dick. Or if you're a woman, having, but whatever. I'm speaking for me tonight.
I can speak for every guy here tonight, and okay, I will. In the course of our day, anything can cause a sexual fucking thought. You can be on a train and it's rocking kind of nice. Pants are a little tight. Oh my God, I got a Woody. I got a Woody on the L train. What are we gonna do, ban public transportation?
You see, they're getting the cart before the horse on this pornography issue. Playboy does not create sexual thoughts. There are sexual thoughts, and therefore there is Playboy. Don't you see? I know these sound like wild philosophical musings here. What came first, the hard-on or the Madonna video? And if a hard-on falls in the forest and no one's around, do you go blind? I don't know.
I find it ironic that people who are against sexual thoughts are generally these fundamentalist Christians who also believe you should be fruitful and multiply. Seems like they would support sexual thoughts, perhaps even a centerfold in the Bible. Miss Deuteronomy. Turn-offs, floods, locusts, smokers. But you know what? When that Pee Wee Herman thing happened, I'll tell you something, it really embarrassed me to be an American. You know why? I'm going to tell you something right now, which I hope does not tread on any deeply held belief you hold dear. I hope it doesn't, but I have to say it because it's true. Okay? Since the dawn of time, man has jacked off. Today, men are jacking off. And in the year 2525, we're floating around in spacesuits between planets. Guess what? My recommendation to you as a culture would be to get over that. I really would. I think it's the path of least resistance for you. Take a lot of pressure off your head right now. Because I guarantee you when the apocalypse occurs and all those nuclear bombs go off at once, 1/3 of all the men in the world are going to be going, what was that?
I'm real tired of this backslapping humanity fucking movement going, oh, humans, aren't we neat? Come on, we're keen. Folks, we're a virus with fucking shoes, man. That's all we are. And this, get in touch with your inner child. Do me a favor, get in touch with your outer fucking adult, all right? Get off my couch, get a fucking apartment, and quit hugging me. You know what'd make your inner child real happy? Get a fucking job. The inner child, I think our country's fairly childish enough. I think we're in touch with that. Let's move on to our outer adult. Ready? Okay. It's time to evolve. Ready? Go! this kid worship, that's the new thing now, kid worship, you know, the whole thing in Waco. There's 17 children, what about the children, the children, the children? I hate that shit, because I'll tell you why. Does that mean they reach a certain age, they're above the fucking children and your love, you know what I mean? Love everyone or shut the fuck up. I'm sick of this children worship bullshit. You're so into the sanctity of life, and love everyone, your old granddad and the little youngster too. Across the board, or your words are hollow, cheap, and meaningless. I will be forced to point that out in the most horrific way, using the word fuck repetitively. It's the only way to express my inner emotions. I'm so tired of that, though. I'm so tired of politically correct people. I think we should hunt and kill politically correct people. In fact, I think we should eat them, too, because they've got to have good flesh. They don't smoke, they don't drink, they don't do drugs, they jog. That's goody. I'm so sick of this. I'm offended. Hey, guess what? The idea that I'm born, okay, and that I die at any time, that fate fucking decrees, I'm offended by that. Who do I fucking write? News alert, news alert. Life is offensive.
Sorry, I'm throwing my hat in the ring. A new party's just been created, the People Who Hate People Party. It's so hard to organize them, though. People who hate people, come together. Will there be people there? Yeah, I can't make it then. I know they're out there. I just can't get them to fucking organize.
Oh, abortion. Unbelievably divisive issue. Even amongst my friends who are all highly intelligent, totally divided on abortion. Some of my friends, for instance, think these pro-life people are annoying idiots. They are. Other of my friends think these pro-life people are evil fucks. How are we going to come to a consensus? I mean, I'm torn, you know? I try to take the broad view and think of them as evil, annoying idiot fucks. But again, I'm a diplomat. Lever rising the scales.
Pro-lifers. Here's the deal, pro-lifers, if any of y'all are here tonight. Ready? You lose, shut up, go home. It's real simple. You lose. You lose. Bye-bye. Go home. See you later. Pro-life, you know. What does that make us? You know what I mean? You're anti-choice is what you are. But let me tell you something. If you're so pro-life, do me a favor, okay? Because I might agree with you. Let's just say, if you're so pro-life, don't lock arms and block medical clinics, okay? Lock arms and block cemeteries. Let's see how committed you fucking are to this premise. She can't come in. She was 98. She was hit by a bus. There's options. What, are we going to have her stuffed and mounted? She's starting to stink. Let's go. And I tell you something, watching their actions on the news has really helped me decide how I feel about abortion. And it is a difficult issue. That age-old question, at what point does the fetus become a human being? And I tell you, watching these pro-lifers in action, I realize there's a lot of adults who haven't become human beings yet. So start scraping wombs. Who could give, you know, I mean, you know, and I maintain, look, why don't you adopt a kid that's already here? Jesus, there's millions unwanted kids, man. If you're so fucking pro-life, adopt a kid who's in a fucking orphanage and give him a loving home. You know, there's millions of them. Oh, why don't you do that? Why don't you do that? I hate kids and couldn't give a fuck. I was recommending to you something. I could care fucking less.
Here's what I honestly believe, though, and I honestly believe about life in general. We have to evolve the idea of freedom. And here's how we can do it. Evolve the idea of freedom. How do we do that? Well, let's use abortion as an example. Here's a way I believe we can make everyone happy with the idea of abortion. You ready? For those people who think abortion should be available and legal, make it available and legal. For those people who think it should not be, it's not, it never was, don't worry, we're cracking down.
It's women. Women! This is my new character. It's all I do with it, but I think there's potential. It's women. Women!
It's women who have this emptiness, this void inside of them. I want something to love. Love me, you bitch! I'm right here! You're acting childish. Perfect. I will be your child man. If I promise never to mature. I learned a lot about women. I think I learned exactly how the fall of man occurred in the Garden of Eden. Adam and Eve were in the Garden of Eden, and Adam said one day, wow, Eve, here we are at one with nature, at one with God. We'll never age, we'll never die. And all our dreams come true the instant that we have them. And Eve said, yeah, it's just not enough, is it?
You know, it says in the Bible that woman was created out of man's rib so man wouldn't be lonely. Got to keep in mind this was thousands of years before cable. I got cable, I got a VCR, I got Nintendo. I want my fucking rib back. Something has come to my attention that I feel I must comment on. And let me preface this by saying, first of all, I am a very open-minded person. I mean, I really am. Being a fellow such as myself, who over the course of his life has several times taken his body weight in psilocybin magic mushrooms, I've had my mind fairly opened. My third eye has been squeegeed. Something has come to my attention. Now, have you heard about these new grade school books for children to help explain to them the gay lifestyle? You know what I'm talking about? One of them is called Heather's Two Mommies. The other one, Daddy's New Roommate. Folks, I'm going to have to draw the line here and say that I find this really fucking disgusting. You know, it's abhorrent, and I think it's fucking evil, all right? And I'm talking, of course, about Daddy's New Roommate. Heather's Two Mommies, on the other hand. Wow. Quite a fetching read. Ooh, they're hugging on page 7. Ooh, go, mommies, go. Heather's such a lucky girl. I wish I had two mommies. Ooh, they kiss in chapter 11. Ooh. So that is cool, but the other one. You know, there's actually people in the world who consider that a double standard. People, what are we going to do with them?
It's an insane world, and I'm proud to be part of it. I do smoke. If this bothers anybody, I recommend you looking around the world in which we live and shutting your fucking mouth.
How many smokers do we have here tonight? Smokers? Woo! Listen to that energy they can pump out at will, huh? You bet. Okay. Oh no! Thanks, smokers. Valiant effort on your parts. Next time, just hawk up a chunk of lung when I need you, though, all right? Just rear back and launch a flim jim towards the stage. Get one of those raw oysters happening. Hey, flim shouldn't have legs. Now, I'm no doctor, but I've seen one on TV. But listen to this. How many non-smokers do we have here tonight? Bunch of whining little maggots. You obnoxious, self-righteous slugs. Don't take that wrong. I'd quit smoking if I didn't think I'd become one of you.
I'm going to tell you non-smokers something right now that I know for a fact you don't know, and I delight in telling my brothers things they don't know, particularly when they're true, which this is. Ready? Non-smokers. Ready? Drum roll. Non-smokers die every day. Sleep tight.
I don't mean to pop your eternal life bubble, but... And you know what doctors say? Shit, if only you'd smoked, we'd have the technology to help you. Yep. It's you people dying from nothing that are screwed. See, it says here you don't smoke, drink, or do drugs, and you're dying. Of what? A tofu clot the size of a football in your colon. Well, I'm your doctor. I'm smoking. Figure it out.
Tell you the worst kind of non-smoker is kind where you're smoking, they just walk up to you. I always say, shit, you're lucky you don't smoke. It's a hell of a cough you got there, dude. I smoke all day and don't cough like that.
I'm smoking and you come up coughing at me? Jesus. You go up to crippled people dancing too, you fucks? Well, hey, Mr. Wheelchair, what's your problem? Come on, Ironside, raise you. You fucking sadist. I mean the nerve.
I'm in Las Vegas. I'm staying at the Tropicana Hotel. I'm going to get an elevator, correct? I'm smoking, lady next to me. Shut up. I look out the window over the desert. Sun sets, 3 p.m. Green and purple. Huh. A mushroom cloud forms in the desert. The hotel shakes. Every elevator stops working. Curious? You bet. I turned to this lady who lived in Las Vegas and I said, "What was that?" And she goes, "Oh, that's the Army. We don't know what they're doing out there. They do anything they want. We don't know idea what they're doing." And I said, "And you're concerned about my cigarette smoke?" Babe, I get a priority list happening. Nuclear bombs next to major cities. Smoking. Okay. And then she goes, "Hey, they're 100 miles from here." Yeah, well, the ozone's 100 miles from my deodorant can, okay? Let me spray as I will. But I have this theory, actually it's a hope, that if that scenario is at all true when you die and you go to heaven and St. Peter meets you at the gate, if that's at all true, I believe the first thing he's going to ask you is, "You got a light?" "You mean y'all smoke here?" "Yeah, that's why it's heaven. These aren't clouds. This is cigarette smoke, buddy. Hell is non-smoking. You want to look down at them for a minute? All right. I can't believe what they do to their bodies. It smells like an ashtray. I'm trying to eat my food. Why would they want to do that to themselves? Do they know how stupid that is? They know, God, how hellish. No shit. Light up and come on in. Hendrix is on harp tonight. You just won't give it up for smoking jokes, will you?
We really do not like smoking. We are California. We'll have smog you can fucking eat. But it's that cigarette that really sticks in our little health nut craws, doesn't it?
You fucking hypocritical bastards. Folks, it's time to evolve ideas. That's all we're left with. There's going to be no more thumbs coming down the pike. It ain't happening. Sure, there will be aberrations in evolution. People who take steroids, those fucking guys who pump up, people who do punctures and, tattoo. There's going to be different aberrations. But the true evolution is to evolve ideas. What do I mean? What do you mean? What do I mean? Well, for instance, how about this? Why is the drug czar of this country, first of all, why is there a drug czar? Forget that. Why is the drug czar of this country a cop? Why isn't he instead someone who's been through recovery, who has had an alcohol and or drug addiction and overcome it, and offer instead hope and compassion rather than condemnation and jail sentences to drug abusers? See, that would be evolving an idea. See, drug abusers, folks, are not criminals. They're sick. And putting sick people in jail, does that make sense? Na, 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 na. It really doesn't.
You know, the war on drugs is hypocrisy, man. That's why it's not going to work. It's fucking a lie. Alcohol and cigarettes kills more people than crack, coke, and heroin combined. So the war on drugs is really sort of a cocksuck, isn't it? You alcoholics are going, shit, we're next. If they're fighting drugs, we can be taken. Drug guys are creative motherfuckers. We're just obnoxious, man. We're fucking out there. Hey, here comes the fight. You know the problem with the war on drugs is they lump all drugs together. You know what I mean? Pot and crack. And they're not the same.
Do you do drugs, sir? Do you do drugs? You drink alcohol. Alcohol's a drug. Don't ever fucking lie to me again, you little yuppie, scum-sucking, hypocritical bastard. Don't take that wrong. Now,
George Bush says we are losing the war on drugs. Well, you know what that implies? There's a war going on, and people on drugs are winning it. Ah! Well, what does that tell you about drugs? Some smart, creative motherfuckers on that side. They're winning a war and they're fucked up. A lot of y'all don't even know you're fighting, do you? You're sitting there going, fuck, I'm watching Saturday Night Live. Are we winning? I feel like my flank is covered. Honey, bring me a beer. Got a war to win. I used to take drugs and I quit, but I'll tell you something. I have nothing against drugs whatsoever. That's kind of weird, huh? You've never heard that one? Used to take drugs, quit, and have nothing against them. Wow, never heard that. Let's hear more. Okay. I got nothing against drugs. I think it's a personal choice. Just like alcohol, just like cigarettes. As long as that personal choice does not infringe upon the freedoms of another person's personal choice. Really, that's the end of the story. That's called logic. It'll help you. I'll tell you something else. I know this is not a very popular idea. You don't hear it very often anymore, but it's the truth. I have taken drugs before, and I had a real good time. Sorry. Didn't murder anybody, didn't rob anybody, didn't rape anybody, didn't beat anybody, didn't lose one fucking job, laughed my ass off, and went about my day. Sorry. Now, where's my commercial? Shit, I'll be the guy holding that skillet in that commercial, man. That ain't a brain, that's breakfast. Let's eat. What have we been up, 5 days now? I'm fucking starving. I find that commercial a tad insulting to my intelligence. You know the one, here's your brain. I've seen a lot of things on drugs, but I have never, ever, ever looked at an egg and thought it was a fucking brain, not once. I have seen UFOs split the sky like a sheet, but I have never looked at an egg and thought it was a fucking brain, not once. I have had 7 balls of light come off of a UFO, lead me onto their ship, explain to me telepathically that we are all one and there's no such thing as death. But I've never looked at an egg and thought it was a fucking brain. Now, maybe I wasn't getting good shit, but
And you see the guy in this commercial, the guy's got a beer belly. All right, this is it. There's your brain. That's your brain. This is your brain. There it is. That's your brain. There's your brain on drip. That's your brain. There it is on drip. That's your... This guy's fucking drunk, goddammit. He's going through DTs or something. There's your brain. That's an egg. That's a frying pan. That's a stove. You're a fucking alcoholic. I'm tripping and I see it. It's an egg. I also see the UFOs around it. But that's a fucking egg. The guy's going through DTs, man. Look, there's a big elephant. Oh, cut! Get him some coffee. How dare you have a wino tell me not to do drugs?
that's what I hate about the war on drugs. I'll be honest with you. It's what I can't stand is all day long we see those commercials. Here's your brain on drugs. Just say no. Why do you think they call it dope? And then the next commercial is, this bud's for you. Come on. on, everybody. Let's be hypocritical bastards. It's okay to drink your drug. We meant those other drugs. Those untaxed drugs. Those are the ones that are bad for you.
It's interesting. Isn't it interesting that two drugs that are legal, alcohol and cigarettes, two drugs that do absolutely nothing for you whatsoever, and drugs that grow naturally upon this planet, drugs that open your eyes up to make you realize how you're being fucked every day of your life. Those drugs are against the law. Wow. Coincidence? I don't know. But alcohol is legal. They push alcohol 24 hours a day on TV. They push it down your throat. Drink beer, drink beer, drink beer. Why? Well, because it makes you slow and stupid and docile, and that's the way we like you to be. You know, it's only the #2 killer drug in the world, but I've actually seen beer commercials during war against drug specials. No sense of irony, you know, no one fucking gives a shit.
And the fact they wonder why kids do drugs, well, you know, the reason is, A, they feel good, but B, the hypocrisy of watching beer push down our fucking throats every commercial with, you know, women basically almost the bottles in their twat at this point. Beer. Pop that beer, honey. Boy, it tastes good. It makes you look good and feel good, too. The fact that alcoholism is totally a fucking scourge in this country and responsible for every fucking broken home, every fucking beaten child, every fucking beaten wife. We overlook that. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Cigarettes, death, you know, nothing. Pot, meanwhile, a drug that kills no one. And let's put it in a time frame. Ever. Pot is against the law. Now, does that make sense? Do you think your child is supposed to accept that? Or is he supposed to look at you and go, you hypocritical motherfucker, I'm shooting heroin in the vein under my cock because I hate your fucking lying society and your lie that you fucking live. That's why your kids do drugs. Okay? Because they see that we're not growing up and taking responsibility and we're fucking liars, you see. And kids sense that immediately. They have that instinct and that.
Not only do I think marijuana should be legalized, I think it should be mandatory. I'm a hardliner. Think about it, man. You get in traffic behind somebody. Shut up and smoke that. It's the law. Oh, sorry, I was taking life seriously. Oh, man, who's hungry? That'd be a nice world, wouldn't it? Quiet, mellow, hungry, high people everywhere. Just Domino's pizza trucks passing each other. Every single highway, parades of Domino's. Let them get stuck in traffic. All our pizzas will be free. I'm a fucking dreamer, man. But I'm not the only one. Pot is a better drug than alcohol. Fact. Fact. Stop your internal dialogue. But Bill, alcohol's... Shut up! You're wrong. Get over it. Okay? Okay. I'll prove it to you, man. You're at a ball game or a concert and someone's really violent and aggressive and obnoxious. Are they drunk or are they smoking pot? Which is it? They're drunk. I have never seen people on pot get in a fight because it is fucking impossible. Hey, buddy. Hey, what? Hey. Say you get in a car accident and you've been smoking pot. You're only going 4 fucking miles an hour. Shit, we hit something. Oh, we got rear-ended by a Domino's truck, man. just a better world.
Oh, shit, we hit something. Forgot to open the garage door, dude. It's okay, I forgot we were going in reverse. At least no one was hurt. Garage door has to be replaced. Boom! A job has been created.
They lie about marijuana. Tell you pot smoking makes you unmotivated. Lie! When you're high, you can do everything you normally do just as well. You just realize it's not worth the fucking effort. There is a difference. Sure, I could get up at dawn, go to a job I hate that does not inspire me creatively whatsoever for the rest of my fucking life. Or I could wake up at noon and learn how to play the sitar. Pretty simple when it's spelled out in black and white, isn't it? Drugs have done good things for us. If you don't believe they have, do me a favor, take all your albums, tapes, CDs, and burn them. Because you know what? The musicians who made that great music that has enhanced your lives throughout the years are real fucking high. Okay. Shit, the Beatles were so high, they let Ringo sing a couple of tunes. Tell me they weren't partying. We all live in a yellow submarine. We all live... You know how fucking high they were when they wrote that song? They had to pry Ringo off the ceiling with a rake to record that, man. Get Ringo, John. He's got a great tune. Pull him down to the mic. They were real high. Great music. They were high. Drugs had a positive effect. Shall I walk you through it again? Not all drugs are good now. Okay? Some of them are great. Just got to know your way around them is all. I've had good times on drugs. I've had bad times on drugs too. I mean, shit. Look at this haircut. There are dangers. I believe that God left certain drugs growing naturally upon our planet to help speed up and facilitate our evolution. Okay, not the most popular idea ever expressed. Either that or you're real high and agreeing with me in the only way you can right now. I forgot the code. Is it 2 blinks yes, 1 blink no? Do you think magic mushrooms growing atop cow shit was an accident? Where do you think the phrase, "that's good shit," came from? Why do you think Hindus think cows are holy? Holy shit. I recommend a healthy dose of psilocybin mushrooms. 3 weeks ago, 2 of my friends and I went to a ranch in Fredericksburg, Texas, and took what Terrence McKenna calls a heroic dose. 5 dried grams. Let me tell you, our third eye was squeegeed quite cleanly. Wow! And I'm glad they're against the law. You know what happened when I took them? I lay in a field of green grass for 4 hours going, my God, I love everything. The heavens parted, God looked down and rained gifts of forgiveness onto my being, healing me on every level, psychically, physically, emotionally. And I realized our true nature is spirit, not body, that we are eternal beings, and God's love is unconditional. There's nothing we can ever do to change that. It is only our illusion that we are separate from God or that we are alone. In fact, the reality is
We are one with God and He loves us. Now, if that isn't a hazard to this country.
All my point is there's a lot of ways to look at the world. You know what I'm saying? Why pick the way you learn over TV? Because it's usually wrong.
You never see positive drug stories on the news, do you? Isn't that weird? Since most of the experiences I've had on drugs were real fucking positive. Who are these morons they're finding? That's what I want to know. I used to want to call the news. Come over to our house. Watch Tommy. He's a pig. Film him. He's been doing that for hours. Isn't that weird? Don't you think that's strange? I mean, the news is supposed to be objective. Isn't it supposed to be the news? But every drug story is negative? Well, hold it. I've had some killer times on drugs. I'm not promoting it, but I'm not denying it. Let's hear the whole fucking story. Always that same LSD story, you've all seen it. Young man on acid thought he could fly, jumped out of a building. What a tragedy. What a dick. Fuck him. He's an idiot. If he thought he could fly, why didn't he take off on the ground first? Check it out. You don't see ducks lined up to catch elevators to fly south. They fly from the ground, you moron. Quit ruining it for everybody. He's a moron. He's dead. Good. We lost a moron. Fucking celebrate. Wow, I just felt the world get lighter. We lost a moron. I don't mean to sound cold or cruel or vicious, but I am, so that's the way it comes out. Professional help is being sought. How about a positive LSD story? Wouldn't that be newsworthy just once? To base your decision on information rather than scare tactics and superstitions and lies? Just once. I think it would be newsworthy. Today, a young man on acid realized that all matter is merely energy condensed to a slow vibration, that we are all one consciousness experiencing itself subjectively. There is no such thing as death. Life is only a dream, and we're the imagination of ourselves. Here's Tom with the weather. Did you see the news? Something about how we're God's perfect and holy thoughts, and we live in His mind, and there's no reason to suffer or lack, ever. I thought it was sort of newsworthy. Then again, I was fucked up at the time, so who knows? It's been fantastic, and I hope you enjoyed it. There is a point. Is there a point to all this? Let's find a point. Is there a point to my act? I would say there is. I have to. The world is like a ride at an amusement park, and when you choose to go on it, you think it's real, because that's how powerful our minds are. And the ride goes up and down and round and round. It has thrills and chills, and it's very brightly colored, and it's very loud, and it's fun for a while. Some people have been on the ride for a long time, and they begin to question, is this real, or is this just a ride? And other people have remembered, and they come back to us, and they say, hey, don't worry, don't be afraid, ever, because this is just a ride, and we kill those people. Shut him up. We have a lot invested in this ride. Shut him up. Look at my furrows of worry. Look at my big bank account and my family. Has to be real. But isn't that weird? We always kill the guys who try and help us. Isn't that strange? And we let the little demons run amok. Always. John Lennon, murdered. John Kennedy, murdered. Martin Luther King, murdered. Gandhi, murdered. Jesus, murdered. Reagan, wounded. You know. But it doesn't matter because it's just a ride. And we can change it anytime we want. It's only a choice. No effort, no work, no job, no savings of money. A choice right now between fear and love. The eyes of fear want you to put bigger locks on your door, buy guns, close yourself off. The eyes of love instead see all of us as one. Even though this is a world where good men are murdered, men who try and help are murdered and cut down in their prime of their youth, and hacks and mediocres and fascists run everything else. I'm going to share with you a vision that I had because I love you and you feel it. Here's what we can do to change the world right now to a better ride. Take all that money we spend on weapons and defense each year and instead spend it feeding, clothing, and educating the poor of the world, which it would many times over, not one human being excluded, and we can explore space together, both inner and outer, forever in peace. Thank you very much. You've been great. I hope you enjoyed it. You're fantastic. Thank you. Thank you very much.